Sunday afternoon, 2:15, on the bus to Cambridge. Most beautiful day I have had yet in England as far as the weather. It became perfect by the time I got out of church. Hard to keep the camera steady with all the bouncing around the bus is doing. And this bus has a power point, meaning a place where you can plug in your computer, and also free Wi-Fi. Although so far the Wi-Fi hasn't been working very well, but at least I can work with the power and accomplish quite a bit of my movie editing while I'm doing this. So we're still in Oxfordshire, not Cambridgeshire, so that's not too good news. I haven't had anything to eat today. I didn't want to stop after church because I was anxious to get going and don't want to schlep my heavy bag into a restaurant with me. This is just outside Bedford. This is the Pepys Library, P-E-P-Y-S. Pepys diaries are something every English literature major encounters, as I did at Johnstown College. And when Lewis was here, there was a controversy over whether or not some of the diary that apparently had salacious material should be released to the public. And as one of the experts in medieval literature, he was in favor of releasing it. This is the second court inside Magdalen College. This is on the garden walk on the Magdalen College campus. The access here is more open than it is in Oxford, and it makes it a new experience. I was able to actually look in through the doors of some of the buildings that students are actually working in here, but couldn't get that close in Oxford. Ironically, Lewis taught at Magdalen College, Oxford, for 30 years, and then at this Magdalen College in Cambridge for his final 10 years. So he said Mary Magdalene was his patron for that. He was still under her patronage, he said, when he got this appointment. Scudamore's Boatyards. These are punts on the river, but I forget the name of the river. Lewis's stepson, Douglas, said that he felt that Lewis had betrayed Oxford by accepting the appointment here. But Lewis's reply was that he was getting twice the money with about half the work for the appointment, and even though he had to commute from Oxford to Cambridge several times a week, or at least once a week, he felt it was worth it. Again, this is looking back on Magdalen College. From the other side of the bridge. This is another part of Magdalen College, Benson Court. Some of these punts are quite wet. I wouldn't want to be sitting in that. Trying to decide whether I want to go on a tour on one of these. It's pretty chilly. It's probably even cooler on the river. So at this point I won't, but maybe after breakfast I'll be up to it. A little farther up the river, if I was reading the map right, this is Jesus Green, and it's attached to Jesus College here at Cambridge. And Cambridge has lots of these large open greens that I didn't see in Oxford. So I'm guessing that the American idea of a college campus comes more from Cambridge than from Oxford. These are called the Rising Bollards. Never heard of such a thing before. The sign does not signify, so I don't know what it is. It's got to be ancient and famous. And it is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the round church, built in 1130. So I told you it was historic. Wow. 1130 AD, not 1130 AM. Immediately across from the round church is St. John's College and its chapel here. Taking this through the gate because the gate is not open to the public. And from St. John's College, just down the alleyway, it appears that there's another huge church. And of course, you have to keep in mind that in the day that these were built, there was only one denomination, so very interesting. In California, we have a chain called TJ Maxx, and the look of the logo is the same and everything, and it's the same kind of store, so it's probably the same company, but I'm wondering why they have two slightly different names. Well, the place I found for my breakfast was an underground cafe with a full English breakfast for $5.25, and it's in the city center, so that seems to be a good price here in Cambridge. A little bit farther out I saw it for $4.95, but that's not much difference. One of the fans of the Johnels asked me to be sure to include a picture of my breakfast. And this is it. That's tomatoes, sausage, mushrooms, Canadian bacon, and I think you know these things, and tea, which is extra, but